Hello everyone and welcome back to the Meandering Mena YouTube channel. It is a grey and cold and chilly, rainy, bleak day here in Scotland, and so I wanted to throw it back to a time when we had some warmer weather, although still some grey skies. Now this is going to be another Wee Meanderings video because you're not going to need to spend the entire day here at Belhaven Bridge, but I would suggest that you come back twice in one day just to get the full experience. So you only really need to be there 5 or 10 minutes, but you should do that visit twice in one day, and I will show you why. But let's continue with Belhaven Bridge and what makes this place something quirky and weird about Scotland that you might want to experience. We're beginning at the Belhaven Bridge, which is located in John Muir's Country Park, which is in Dunbar, Scotland, and that is located east of Edinburgh. Now, for those of you who don't know, John Muir is the founder of the American National Park System and is really an iconic figure in mountaineering, exploration, preservation, and is well known and beloved by Americans and Scots alike. So definitely an important historical figure to be aware of if you're coming to visit Scotland, or if you like the outdoors and enjoy nature and the beautiful globe that we live on. He's an important figure to know. So this is located in his hometown, and this is also a great place apart from our strange bridge. It's a great place to do some wildlife exploring and bird watching, and obviously you're right there by the sea, which is stunning on its own. So definitely another great place to go and do some outdoor exploring and adventuring and see some of the landscapes of Scotland while you're here. Okay, so back to our bridge. The Belhaven Bridge's nickname is the Bridge to Nowhere, and at low tide you wouldn't be able to guess why it has that nickname, because you can clearly see there's a small creek or burn of water running through, and it definitely serves a purpose. It's deeper than it looks here on the video, but yeah, you wouldn't, unless you brought really high welly boots or waders, you wouldn't really be able to make it through, and it's a little bit slick in there as well. So definitely the bridge serves a purpose and at low tide. The reason it's called the Bridge to Nowhere is at high tide. So we'll get familiar with the area just so you can see what it looks like at low tide versus high tide. Now, I was here over the summer. Summer months would probably be more enjoyable to be at the beach than winter, but for those of you that are coming in the autumn or winter or early spring and want to visit Belhaven Bridge and John Muir Country Park, definitely do that. But the timings will be different every day and every year for high tide and low tide. So remember, there are 2 of each day. So you know, you might want to space it out about, depending on when you arrive, maybe about 6 hours and come back. So that's plenty of time to go away, get a lunch, visit the John Muir home and museum. That's also a good idea to do in between high and low tides. Do some shopping, what have you. Explore the area. There's lots to do while you're waiting between high and low tide at Belhaven Bridge. So I went for a little walk along the beach, and because we had arrived there after low tide, the tide was already starting to roll in preparation for high tide. So did a little bit of wandering on the beach and then left to go grab some lunch and make it back in about 4.5, 5 hours to see what Belhaven Bridge looked like as the Bridge to Nowhere. So here we are. The same place. I know, I can hardly believe it myself. This is Belhaven Bridge. This is why it's called the Bridge to Nowhere. So this is the area at high tide, and you can see it looks absolutely ridiculous. It looks like it's just a bridge in the middle of the water, serving no purpose, doing nothing. And for half the time, that's fairly accurate, but it's really neat to see the landscape completely change between high and low tide. And I've mentioned this before, but I did not grow up anywhere remotely near the ocean or the sea or anything like that. So I know scientifically the concept of low and high tide, but seeing it illustrated in such a dramatic way right in front of you is, I think, the best way to educate yourself on on the differences between low and high tide, and it really brings those lessons into perspective because the landscape changes so quickly and so dramatically, and it's really interesting to see kind of the human footprint in, you know, in nature get overtaken by nature again and again, multiple times a day. So yes, this is Belhaven Bridge, the bridge to nowhere, and I suggest, if you've got the time and the means, to definitely stop by Dunbar and pay this lovely, quirky, strange bridge a visit. Well, that's it for our Wee Meandering video today. Hopefully the footage of the sun and the blue sky brightened your day up a little bit. I know it certainly brightened up my day. And just a fair reminder, the Scottish sun will be here again. Although it's elusive, it will be back. So thank you for spending your time with me today. If you liked the video, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I will see you the next time we meander the gorgeous globe together. Bye-bye.